Well, my game just crashed. I hate to break it to you, Nathan, you're not even close to first. I'm going to open my game again, I guess, and hope it doesn't do that again. I might have to switch off of using Onyx, but it usually works decently. Hopefully we'll be good now. Have to see though. Alright, we are going to roll in a minute. Here you guys can see in the top right, I'm going to call this team Team Red, because I'm not going to say Bkdrsoj the whole time. But Team Red is first team. Now, if you're curious about the lore of this name, I just saw apparently it is everyone in the team, it's the first letter of their username. So it's like, okay, I crashed again. So I'm going to not use Onyx. You guys won't see the pretty heart crosshair this time because it doesn't work apparently. And our second team, our team in blue, is Kings. The maps for this one, everything's going to be North America. This is a North America, fully North America region game. Maps are going to be Tetromino is map 1, Retro is map 2, and then if we get there, it will be Games as the third map. Haven't missed anything, even though I crashed, because not into a game quite yet. Might look a little different than the Egg Wars ones, because there's a bug with these private games, or if I'm in the lobby at the very beginning, then it'll kick some other people out, or so I've heard, so I will have to join right after the game starts. You might see some bridges and stuff in the map, but nothing crazy will have happened by the time I join here. I'm paranoid because I'm not a streamer. Um, OBS is happy. Someone can tell me in chat that you can hear me, that'd be good. I've done this enough times now that I think it should be all cool. For Egg I can sit here and I can talk about context. And I can talk about how the game's probably gonna go. Block Wars, Capture the Flag, these games, I still gotta learn it a little bit. Last game was interesting though. Something I saw last game that seemed like it would be pretty meta is the defense being actually pretty open. Being a bunch of buttons so that people can't place things down, and then maybe like a little trench gets dug out around the flag. You'll see what I mean if someone ends up doing that. I figure they will because that defense we had in our last game, we had one team didn't do that defense the first game and they got pretty handled pretty easily. Second game came around, they adjusted, they made the second defense, the game went almost all the way to overtime. Okay, everyone's telling me I'm muted after I asked if they can hear me, so I figure we're okay. One said Kings is blue and they're red. That's what I have, right? Yeah, okay. I'm 2 for 2 on putting the team's colors correctly. Press Alt F4, it unmutes me. Okay. I want to hit Alt F4. I basically did because I've crashed twice in the time this stream's been going. So, more or less, you got me with that one. Yeah, I know. I have 30 seconds delay on this, so I'm going to respond to you guys a little late. But yeah, I have learned everything. I've learned the only thing I know about Blockwars so far. Build this weird button defense. It's cool though. It's fun to see a meta around a game that you haven't really played much before. Yeah, I see why. Because if you have to be on the flag for a certain amount of time, right? And if you have the buttons there, people can't block in. It's very, very easy to knock them off. versus if you have, like what people do in pubs is they build around it, and then what you can do is you can break in and then actually fill the hole you made in, and then you're kind of by yourself. You have a guaranteed flag grab. It is meant to be hidden right now. Now, it doesn't actually have to be. I just don't know exactly when this game is going to start, and I can't be in the lobby, so it's weird. I could unhide it, but then I'd have to rehide it, and I need to like get into the game as soon as possible, so I don't want to do any PG code leaking or anything. I know it's boring to sit here on the hidden screen, but trying our best here. The private game is up. We're just waiting for everyone to join, so it should be momentary. Should be any minute here. I do like talking to you guys, but I'm not really the main event here. If you guys are gonna stay up for a little bit, there is going to be, I believe, a Java game hour after this one. So this is 3 p.m. for me. Java game is gonna start at 4 p.m., an hour later than whatever the time is right now. Usually we get less interest in the Java ones because Java's a smaller server, but I'm a Java gamer. I play some Java back in the day. Shout out anyone who remembers Block Wars Jail on Java. I bet not a single person in this Bedrock chat has any idea what that is. But kudos if you do. There's a long, it might have been before Bedrock even existed, honestly. Alright, you know what? Someone bet me Nitro or something like that I couldn't beat my record in this parkour. And there's something going on with people taking a long time to join the lobby here. Someone do some parkour. I don't want to sit on the starting soon screen for my entire life here. I'm kind of multitasking though. Okay. Oh, I was holding space too long. Oh, that's tragic. I might have made it that one too. I don't know where our players are. I don't know who the usernames these players are. See if anyone's here. Here you go. Okay. Alright, we are getting in a game here. At long last. Alright. So we are on. This is a fun map. I like this map. I don't know why I saw the wall there for a second still. Here we go though, building out. We see a similar defense from Red, from Bkdrsoj, with the buttons, and they actually broke out this. I'm assuming that's not broken by default. You see exactly what they're looking for right there. Go over to King's side, and I imagine we see the same thing. We do. They did not break the bottom out. They instead have buttons there. So we'll see which defense works best. That's kind of the only difference I see. Other than that, very similar with the buttons. With the, you see, we do have a little surrounding area they built, so they're able to try to trap people here. So although it's only one deep, so no one's really going to get trapped there. It's just about preventing blocks from getting broken, preventing people from being on this flag for the amount of time they need to capture it. See, this is Pelukos with there's a team named Pelujos with a D in Egg Wars. This is different with a K. Do have Daniel Pro on the flag, but again, gonna get knocked off pretty quick. 3v1, gonna go down as well. See if anything's going down with the rest of Kings on the red flag, and there was for a little bit, but not anymore. ZH3RP. So calls person Zerp. I don't know how you say that name. Zerp. ZH3RP goes down. That was a 3v1, so not really anything you can do on Bedrock in a 3v1. Oh, usernames are so hard. Raguer. So we have from Kings, we have this whole head-hitting bridge they built with buttons as well. So they're preventing this whole way through even from blocks getting placed down. Which I think could backfire, because I'm imagining if there is someone, if there's someone with a flag, either flag, who gets on this bridge, it's going to be real hard to stop them. They're basically guaranteed to get all the way across to the other side. Can't really get knocked off. Could be good for them, but obviously just because the bridge is made in blue does not mean red cannot use it. So see if that pans out to anything, although you will notice it is kind of out of the way from the flags. No issues there on the defense. Honestly, something I'm seeing is, I don't know how much I like this. Maybe this is meta, but I don't like this bridge being right next to blues to king's flag because someone's going to take this flag and hop right on this bridge. Kings can't really use their own bridge for that because getting from here with the flag around is going to be a lot more difficult. But we'll see how that ends up. If that is a strat and I sound stupid right now, I'm totally spitballing off of what makes sense to me, so you can flame me if you want to. Nothing crazy going on so far. Oh, I thought I didn't, but I do have a scoreboard this time. That's good. You guys can actually see the timer and things like that. Couple members of red pushing in here. It's a little bit of a 2v3. We do have one on the flag, but even if you pick the flag up there, you're not going anywhere. Never ever. One goes down right there. We have a little bit of a bridge going on up here. I don't think there's a deeper strategy to this. I think we're just kind of trying not to die here is the reason we're building up so much, because you're never getting back on this bridge with the flag. It also doesn't really make sense to jump off of here, because if you jump on this flag, you take, 3, 4 hearts of fall damage, you're gonna die instantly as well. Fight going on here. Gets one kill, another one low. This is some good fighting from, I apologize you guys for butchering all your names. I'm gonna do it every time I stream. Ragware. Oh, is it like Jaguar, like Ragwar? I don't know. Someone can tell me if you know who this is. Lucas gets bowed but lives. There's a lot of bow knockback on that shot. Interesting little move there to block this bridge. I like it. Although again, I feel like it's going to be just as useful for them as for kings on the blue side, so have to see how this goes. We do have over on the other side, Daniel Pro does pick the blue flag up and gets away. Couple blues right here, a couple members of kings, but he's just going to build right past him. It's going to be a capture. I wish I'd been spectating that. I can't predict which side's going to get caught from. I'm not sure. I guess it was just because we had the majority of kings on this side. Not enough people defending. Kind of snuck away. That's rough because with these defenses, it's not easy to get a capture. So this game could easily end 1-0, which obviously kings do not want to see. Now this team, I don't know how much translates Egg Wars versus Block Wars versus Capture the Flag, but it is notable that this team Bkdrsoj was additionally an Egg Wars team. They participated in our last tournament as well, and I want to say they did pretty well. I think it was a pretty solid team. Have another, again, Same person, Daniel Pro gets on the flag, just sneaks by. They were seen eventually, but they're getting up to the spot. We'll see if there's going to be a knockoff here. That would be the best way. It doesn't get all the way off. Now they do. That was a good defense from Ragware. We have a minute and a half left, and Kings down 1-0. They need at least one capture. This is going to be their best opportunity right here of the game. They're going to pick it up here. Immediate, oh, doesn't fall all the way down, but that might be worse because the flag's stuck there. It's never getting up. There's absolutely no shot that anyone's getting a flag back up from there with the amount of red team members that are right there. So that was worst case. And you do see why this breaking it out like this is useful, because with the blocks here, anyone who's sitting out here is going to get hit off. I do see a couple portions. If I were on Kings right now, I would come around and I would block a couple of these off, right? I put blocks here, put blocks here. That way you have a chance at least to get on the flag and not get knocked off, but doing that obviously while the whole team right is on you is not going to be easy. And now we're just playing 40 seconds left, so maybe it was because they all died, but it was looking like a big old defense going on for a second. Didn't pan out that way. Certain point you might just be saying that a good defense, good offense is the best defense, or as long as you have a few members of Kings over here. Oh no, I fully had it backwards. Red zone with the captures, so ignore the last 10 seconds of things I just said. Had another flag pickup over here for a second, but again, it's a 4v2, it's a 4v1, it's nothing going on over there. There are 10 seconds at this point. There is just not enough time to get a flag back. So we're going to have it 1-0 in our first game in favor of, get ready for it, Bkdrsoj. Well played. This was obviously a good game, a close game. We just had that one little lapse where Daniel Pro was able to get through. That's all it was. That didn't happen, we'd be going to overtime. And that's been the case with a couple of these games. You need 3 captures to win, but it's very, very competitive. It's not easy to get even one. So I will go ahead and update our score over here. Keep in mind, similar to our last tournament, this will be a best of 3. So what that means is that in our next game, if Team BKDR are able to pull it out again, then they will move on to our second round. Kings win, we'll see a match 3 in the set. I, as my selfish commentator self, will be rooting for Kings in this next game because I want to see 3 matches. Always want to see 3 matches. You do end up in the first few rounds of a tournament seeing lots of 2-0 games just because there's no quals or anything like that, so the skill gaps can be pretty large, but I wouldn't say that's the case in this game. I think that relatively they were evenly matched. I want to see if we see any adjustment, kind of like last time, on the defense, because I think the breaking out the bottom was more useful. I think that was a better defense than the opposite, which was just not doing that and blocking it instead. So it could be a similar thing. If we see a type of adjustment like we did last time, then Kings will certainly be able to win this game. But we'll have to see what goes on. That one was pretty close. We're getting there. It's like last time. I'm hoping now that our teams have experienced joining a private game, we're not going to see another, not going to see another problematic thing where people aren't able to join, or it takes 10 minutes for the game to start. So we should get into our next one pretty quick, but that is what we're waiting on now, is just waiting on our next private game to get started. I'm on vanilla, and I just crashed. At least it hasn't happened during a game. Gonna have to figure this one out before before next time we stream here. All right, let me pull up my pause screen so you guys don't have to watch me reload in here. I have a good computer, I swear. It's not that. By the way, every single one of these streams has a comment on it asking what the texture pack I'm using is. I don't know if anyone who makes those comments actually watches the stream, but if you do, it is Flareful. It's a CubeCraft marketplace one. It is a paid texture pack, which is a little sad, but you know, gotta make the money to be able to put these things on somehow. I like it a lot. I think I don't have the name of the author off my head, whoever worked on it, but I think Flareful is a very, very nice looking texture pack. And obviously it meshes well with CubeCraft because, well, you know, creators are the same. What if you get VIP XP for buying a texture pack? I actually don't know that. I figure you would. Alright, we are going to hop into our next one here. Gonna be a little tad bit late in this one because I don't have a scoreboard, but it is what it is. Alright, here we go. So we can see the differences in this map. I do like the map. I like this map a lot. This is a map that if you played Java back in the day, we had this map on Java as well. Very interesting, very smooth, very easy to get around. We have Kings over here with a similar defense, not dug all the way through this time. They did the same one we did last time. I wouldn't expect the defense on either side to be dug all the way through, although it is. You know, I thought this was deeper, but it's actually the same level as last time. So we see Leonardo Pro over here is doing something interesting. I'm not sure what the dig through is for. I guess if you're able to break a button, they're trying to place a block there. You're not able to do that with the button there, of course. But they do have axes, so these buttons would not be too difficult to break. Once you get a button broken there, it could be a little easier. And even this block existing, okay, they broke it, but that block existing would be nice. You can see we have a strategy from Kings where they're trying to dig through, trying to get some other angle in here to be able to capture the flag easier than just jumping on top. Nothing's panned out so far, but I'm hoping it will be more interesting than we see last time. See some more captures, that'd be cool. If we get some kind of counter strategies, a meta going on here. Have to see though. Nothing at all going on in King's base. You do have a few of them defending. We got the triple bows going on. That's the most fun thing in the world to play against. Daniel Pro, pretty good combo, gets a kill. They will probably go down here. 2v1ing is not easy, especially with relatively meager armor that we have in Block Wars. I like this type of map a lot with the flat area, and it's, you know, it's easy to get places. Now, I would say the counterpart to that is that in something like Block Wars, it's also going to be easy to defend because you have line of sights everywhere. Lines of sight everywhere is the right way to say that, and it's not, you know, it's hard to hide. And it's hard to get a flag because really no matter where someone is, they probably have a good chance to cut you off. We do have a little maneuver going on over there. Delayed enough that hopefully I'm not going to expose anyone. I hope no one from either team is watching my stream here. That would be sad. Don't do that. Leonardo jumps straight in. Can't imagine they stay on there long enough to survive. Maybe they're trying to distract a little bit, but there is only one other member of Kings there, and they will shortly go down. Actually lived longer than I expected them to. Over at the King's flag, we have a similar scene where it's just outnumbered. Blue Coast is fighting violently. Valiantly was probably a better word there. But they are not going to win in that match there. Something interesting about this map that you see as well is that there is an underground part here, and the map is breakable, as we've seen. So we have another one of these little bridges from Kings. This time it's using the top of this, so they're only actually building half of it in the buttons. Buttons here just to stop anyone from placing blocks and blocking the bridge. Again, though, I'm not sure it's worth spending the time to do that when it can easily be used by both teams, but Kings knows more than me about this game, I would imagine, and that's what they're doing. So I respect it. Trying to get in from below. I wonder if there's a way, it might be easier, honestly, to build all the way here. Although, obviously, right around the flag, you're not able to place blocks or break blocks. Daniel hops on the flag. This was the player who captured the flag last time. Lucas is going to jump in. Might get one kill there. They do, but not going to pick up 3. Got 3 minutes left in our game here. What we really need to see from one team or another is we need to see a little bit of coordination in the pushes, because what I'm seeing is just kind of repeated 3v1s or 4v2s at bases. This is a little better. This is a 2v2, but again, it's only really one person coming in, and then Leonardo doing some breaking over here. Almost wasn't spotted, but was, and is going to go down shortly now, as you see in chat. The defense is, it's not possible to take a flag solo unless you're just not seen. So we need to see, I think that's going to be how we end up seeing these defenses get broken, especially in our later rounds when everyone's really good at this, right? Is how are we going to, as a team, get a couple kills and get the flag down? Because I just don't see another way that a team that doesn't let you sneak by is going to let you get a flag. It's going to be rough. Got 2 minutes left. Dana Pro gets blown off the bridge. I'll be honest with you, I don't think this bridge was going to go anywhere relevant anyway. Just kind of stalling for time again. We have this issue where it's 2v1 now. Daniel is distracting well. Lucas is going to pick up a flag here. It's going to be hard. He's going to get cut off, but the player who cut him off was one shot. If they're able to get this kill too, and they hit a really, really nice combo, helped out by Daniel Pro, but was a 2v1, won it with the flag, with the slowness, and is able to capture now. That's what you got to do. Reason they were able to get that is because Daniel Pro pulled the attention of 2 blue players on themselves over here, died but got one low, and had enough time to actually get the flag picked up. So that was very, very solid. That was impressive. Obviously only 2. It wasn't a whole team coordination kind of thing, but when there's only 2 people defending, 2 people attacking is absolutely plenty. Team Red, Bkdr, is obviously up 1-0, and we have 1 minute left. Up 1-0 in the set as well. That means one thing. What that means is that we need to see an immediate push from Kings. If we don't see a flag capture from Kings in the next minute, they will be eliminated in round 1 here, and we'd see Bkdr moving on to round 2. Pelucos, again, some really, really good combos. Wins a 2v1 on the side here and is going to maybe be able to pick up the flag again. Really not doing anything except stalling for time, but that's all they need at this point. Goes down, but with 3 blue players respawning, we're going to have maybe 20 seconds left in this game right now. It's not looking good. Leonardo Pro is down here, but there are 3 members. 3v2 now, so if you get a couple head hits, couple crits, it's possible to get some kills. Leonardo Pro goes down. There are 10 seconds. I'm going to call it now. Not enough time to get back. There is the game. Well played by both teams. I think the defense is obviously in this game. We're very, very solid. I'm getting put in another game again. This hurts me. But really the only problems we had throughout this whole game for Kings were 2 instances. 2 instances where a team was able to, not a team, where Bkdr was able to take a flag unnoticed because of just a lack of defenders. It was either 1 defender or 2 defenders back there that got overpowered. The rest of the game, really, it was rushes when it's 1v4, 2v4, something like that. So it was close, but at the end of the day, we do see another 2-0. What that means is that Bkdr is moving on to our second round, round of 32, I believe. And although it was a well-played game, our Kings have been eliminated. So, fun one. I want to see a 3rd round set sometime here, but good to have you guys all here. Like I said, it's in about half an hour here. We're going to have one of our round one Java games. Java will look different because it is a different mode. So you guys can check that out if you're going to be around. Be a good time. I'd like to see some Bedrock people check out how Java looks because it is way different for sure. And I used to play Java back in the day. That was my thing. So y'all, if you're some of my EU people who are staying up, we hope you have a good night. If you're like me, watch from North America, have a good rest of your afternoon. I'll catch you guys.